Yo, what is going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Today, we're just going to be giving you guys a little bit of a build update for the rest of the year. Builds haven't changed too much for support, but if you're like brand new, just stepping into Smite and you want this perfect build that you can build anytime, try to get you guys a build like that. We're also just going to give you guys optimized builds, starters, just go over everything again to make sure you guys are updated with the current Smite meta. So looking at the starter options, there are 4 options: Sentinels, Benevolence, Protectors, and War Flag. We will touch on War Flag, but it is still not a very good option, but as like a just in case it does get buffed. War Flag is an aggressive kind of win lane option where you get assists on the wave and then you look to just damage the enemy. Every time you damage an enemy after you have 3 stacks of assists, you will heal and you also get extra gold. So that's kind of the way to play it. The problem is War Flag is really hard to make use out of out of the laning phase, and also if the enemy recognizes you have War Flag, they can just kind of cede pressure to you, not really trade, and then just take the extra defensiveness and just take the passive gold from Sentinels and Benevolence, because you're getting no passive gold from War Flag. You have to gain your gold from damaging the enemy after those assists. So War Flag currently not very good. Maybe it gets buffed. We'll touch on it again. But right now, War Flag is really just a win lane, but it's not very good even at that. Next up, Protector. Protector is the squishy tank option. As quick as I can explain it in 2 words. Squishy tank option. It has to be built on a non-normal frontliner, so on an assassin, a mage, or a hunter. And what it does is it actually gives you extra tankiness and also reduces a little bit of your damage. So it makes you more guardian base statted while also reducing a little bit of your damage. It levels up into Lono's Mask. You need stacks of protections to be able to make complete use of this. You need 275 all-purpose protections, magical or physical. It could be literally 275 magical or 275 physical, or it could be split halfway of each of them, but you do need 275 for the full get rid of all the stacks. So what it does is you get actually damage mitigation for every stack, and then you get magical and physical protection that you give to your teammates. If you don't get to those stacks, you get stacks of cowardice, which reduces your damage. Kind of weird to explain it, but basically just get to at least 275 protections, and then this item will just give you mitigation, and then you get extra power on top of it. It pairs really well with Thebes because Thebes gives you 110, or used to give you 110 protections. It now gives you 130 total protections now. So even more better. What the heck did I just say? Even better. And right now, I think Protectors is in a good place. If you're playing Fenrir, if you're playing Naja, Nox, Eset, I think it's the best option. Next up is Benevolence. Benevolence is more of the backliner support item. Khepri's, Gebs, Ganeshas. You want to be building this item when you are going to be playing with your team in the late game, and you don't really care about having a little bit of extra tankiness in the laning phase. It scales up into Compassion, and Compassion is really good at keeping your team tanky, but it makes you a tiny bit squishier because you're going to be taking extra damage that your teammates are going to be taking, or taking some of the damage that they are taking and putting it onto yourself. And lastly, Sentinels. Sentinels is the oldest item in the game, the oldest support item in the game. It's just going to be giving you a little bit of protections to you and your teammates. The more teammates around you, the less protections you're going to be getting. This is really good on dive-oriented gods where you can just build into Sentinels Embrace or Sentinels Boon, and you can dive or you can play back with your team, and you're kind of just playing somebody that needs to be super tanky. Gods like Ymir usually need to have Sentinels. They're a lot worse with Compassion, in my opinion. Ares is really good with Sentinels. He also gets an aura out of it. But yeah, that's basically the essentials of the starters. And then going into the items in Smite that you can build and support to be at the absolute peak, Thebes and Renewal are your really only 2 options. There is some cases where Sov is still fine, but Sov has gotten nerfed a couple times, so I personally think it's just worse. I think Renewal is still slightly better than Thebes if your team probably won't have anti-heal built against it. Do you have Guan Yu? Do you have Hel? Do you have Afro? Are you playing Sylvanas? They're probably going to be building anti-heal. Renewal is going to be a little bit worse. So then build Thebes. But if you're going to be playing a comp that has maybe 1 self-healer like a Naja and the rest is full damage, no healing, Renewal has a lot of value there. So basically you go your starter and then you go into one of these 2 items and then you build into Spirit's Robe. Spirit's Robe actually got buffed and it was already one of the Smites or one of the support's best items. So just be building Spirit's Robe second. If you have something else that you need, maybe you're playing Fafnir, you need Shoguns, you can delay Spirit's Robe until 3rd. But either way, Spirit's Robe is still really, really good. From there on out, you just build counter building or building just whatever your character needs. If you're playing something like Fafnir, Shoguns is really strong. If you're playing a Siege God, Emperors is really strong. If you're really Relic reliant, you can go Relic Dagger, so on and so forth, whatever else. But these are just like the 3 main things. In almost every build right now in Smite, you should have a starter, you should have Gauntlet of Thebes, Mail of Renewal, or Spirit's Robe. So build those 3 items in every build that you're going to be playing. But that's basically it. Pretty short video, like I said. I just want to get you guys as much info as I can to you guys and as quick as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have all the rest of your day. See you guys again next time. Peace.